Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is reconnecting to source energy and getting more into that Zen state, basically. So that connectedness through reconnecting with ourselves, our higher selves, by being kind and loving to all those around us, which is basically how we can make a change in the world by becoming how we want to see the world, right? And there were a few things that inspired me to do this, but let me first go through this stuff. So first of all, in this bowl, the way that the design is, it looks like a spiral, but kind of going in both directions, because this one goes that way and the other one kind of swings the other way here. And the center, if you look closely, is kind of like yin and yang. So I feel like this is also the spiral that connects us with the divine within and outside of us, and the balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine within us. And when we're at peace within ourselves and we love the person that we are, meaning self-love, right? Not in the narcissistic sense, but in the healthy sense of our ascension and healing process. Then we move more and more like higher up in our ascension, and we heal more and more, which shall be represented by this lotus flower candle that I'm actually putting right on top of this yin and yang in this bowl that I have. And this lotus flower shall represent like all those healthy, centered, and grounded parts within ourselves, putting out what we want to receive. So, and also being in service of the divine, right? Like the more we step into our purpose, the more support we also get from the divine. And with that also comes abundance, especially like when we do it from a pure place of heart and not from the ego. So, and when we do that, we create ripple effects, just like in the water here, which was actually the packaging for the lotus flower. And I think it's a beautiful image, right? It shows, let's say, if we positively affect someone's life, then those ripple effects carry out, and that person may then affect other people's lives positively and so on, right? Kind of like pay it forward in that sense. But basically, like yesterday, I ended up doing a ceremony with someone who is also a shaman. And when he told me what he was going through in his personal life, I thought, okay, we gotta dedicate the ceremony to him. So I didn't film anything for you yesterday, sorry. But I hadn't realized until we were in the middle of the ceremony how much hate and resentment he carried towards some of those family members that had done some dark stuff. And he ended up wishing them unalive. And I ended up undoing that. And when I got home, I did a protection ceremony for those family members of his. And I called him on it in the ceremony, and he couldn't see it. He was so completely lost in his pain and in his thirst for revenge. And he was like, no, they're so evil. There's no hope for them. They need to be gone, done, finished. And this is someone who's been practicing shamanism for almost 30 years, he told me. So sometimes you have to be very careful who you choose to trust in ceremonies, because I've also been to ceremonies after which I had very negative, horrible effects. But sorry, I'm not trying to scare you, because I've also had like wonderful ceremonies that were truly healing and wonderful. So it's just, if a healer is not in a good place, then they shouldn't really be healing others. But even if that person, like in my case yesterday, luckily I have already learned from like past things that happened before, that I knew right away that I had to undo all this dark stuff right away, instead of like waiting and then having the full dark effects hit me. So we learn as we go, and kind of just as like advice from someone who has just learned that lesson within the past 2 years. When you feel that something is not right, try to counteract all that darkness and negativity as quickly as you can, because the longer you wait, the worse the effects can be if you're sensitive to that, right? So that kind of really made me think about how important it is to always connect to the divine, and to really discern our own intentions before we do anything in a ceremony, before we pray, before we send out energies and intentions, right? And then today I attended an online group where the topic was surrender, which was a great topic, and I really enjoyed it. And there was a pretty good discussion, but the host was really trying to keep the control of all that. And at some point he mentioned ego. Well, actually, that was one of my comments, and then he mentioned the positive and the negative ego, and I asked for clarification, because to me there is just ego, and when we surrender the ego to the divine and our higher self, like our for the higher good, then we're really stepping into purpose, which is actually my intention for tonight's ceremony, right? That we do that. But the way he then explained it was, the positive ego is, I forgot which show it was, in some of these cartoon shows, I don't know if it was Bugs Bunny or something, there's like an angel and a devil on a person's shoulder, like on the right and left. And he described basically that little angel as the positive inner voice, and that's the positive ego, and the little devil on the shoulder as the negative ego. And I didn't fully disagree with him. I just mentioned that I feel like we just have an ego, and when we surrender, we let go of that, right? And I could sense afterwards sort of a tenseness, and that he wanted to keep the control, and that need to be right. And that's all part of what we need to actually surrender when we really want to heal and ascend and step into our soul mission, our soul purpose, and into the and fulfill the will of the divine. So that's the intention for today, that we do let go of the ego and we align with the divine, and we find that inner peace, love, and harmony, and we become the change we want to see in the world. All right. let's smudge first, and then I'm gonna light this other candle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna light it at the same time. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I'll do it after. The match went out anyway. Okay. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine. Help us heal so that we can fully and completely open ourselves to the divine, and let all the support from the universe and multiverse flood in, including abundance. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. And let's light this one. Oops. Gotta be quick. Okay. Dear Creator, higher power, source and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, and the four elements, air, earth, fire, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and the protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. Okay, so with the lighting of this lotus candle, let us fully and completely be filled with inner peace, love, and harmony. Help us let go of any dark emotion and low vibrational emotions that may still be lingering within us, and let them float away just like a lotus floats on water. Let them just float away. We bless them with love and release them from our lives, now and forever, freeing us for all eternity from this darkness. And so it is. All my relations. Whew. Let us find that inner balance between masculine and feminine energies, and between all polarities, just like it's symbolized with the yin and yang symbol. Help us fully and completely accept any and all parts within us, any and all aspects that may have been considered negative or dark. Let us all accept all of it as part of the divine that we also carry within us. And let us, through that, let us fully and completely love and accept ourselves for who we are, for the amazing person and being that we are, a true representation of the divine in whatever form. And so is everyone else on this planet, even if they're lost. Help us be the change that we want to see in the world. Let us extend kindness and love to strangers and anyone who needs it. Let us be so strongly filled with this divine love that we become truly connected to the divine, that we're no longer in separation, that we are the divine. We are love. We are light. We are peace. We're joy. We're happiness. We're kindness. We're truth, honesty, and integrity. We are so many amazing things that sometimes we couldn't see in ourselves, but we are all of that. And let us see that within ourselves now. Let us feel it. Let us breathe it. And let us live it. And let us create ripple effects in everyone's lives who we touch, just by being around them, by interacting with them, by even just passing them on the street and exchanging a nice word or something, maybe a nice gesture, maybe you let someone in or anything like that. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay, everyone, if you'd like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. Otherwise, let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for working on your own healing and ascension. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love and light, many blessings, and may your lives be full of abundance, and be well until next time. Bye.